Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Monday, December 23rd, as we get close to that magical Santa holiday and the magical NBA day that the NFL tried to run over with a couple game of its own on Wednesday. Last day of the NBA before the holiday until Christmas Day. So we have a full, and when you're tired with that, full slate. Unfortunately, college basketball is a little lackluster today, so nothing for us in college basketball. Just in the NBA, but we have a ton of plays, so let's get to them. We got 7-10 games coming out the wazoo Eastern time. Celtics Magic as well will start. Celtics on the road, 10.5-point favorite. And the Magic, I think they're down to, let's see, there's no Banchero, there's no either Wagner now. As Moritz is out, I mean, what are they going to do for bodies there, let alone Celtics favored by 10.5 on the road? If they had one of those, if they had Franz or Paulo back, I'd actually at 10.5, I'd be wanting to take the Magic here. But just not enough scoring to go around. And Jalen Suggs is even game time decision as he did not play in the last game. He's been their bigger scorer lately. And he is also struggling health-wise. So going to give us the Celtics in this one. -3 first quarter, -6 in the first half, 10.5 for the game. Porzingis and Suggs is where we're going to dominate most of our player props here. But I will give you one before that. Derek White, 1+ block. One of the best defensive guards in the league. So Derek White to get a block. All right, Porzingis, 17+ points. 20+ points. 2+ threes, 3+ threes. And then Suggs, we're going to play under 21.5 points. Are we serious? Even if he's at full health, getting 21.5, getting 22 against the Celtics defense could be trouble. And under 2.5 threes for Suggs as well. Next game up, Utah Jazz, Cleveland Cavaliers. One of the bigger lines on the board, and it should be. Cavs, one of the best teams in the league, if not the best team in the league, record-wise anyway. Top team in the East versus one of the bottom feeders out West in the Jazz. The Jazz, if they sink three balls, they can be deadly. The other night, it seemed like they made 50% from three. If most teams hit 50% from three, you can consider the game good night, and they're going to win that one. They still had 20+ turnovers and figured out how to get a win in that. The Cavs ain't going to let them shoot 50% from three. They actually do play three-point defense. They're also going to turn the Jazz over quite a bit in this one as well. Cavs are favored by 14. It's not enough. So Cavs -4.5 first quarter, 8.5 first half, 14 for the game. Donovan Mitchell against his old team, we expect to have a bounce back, or, real strong offensive game. So we stayed away from Mobley. The 15+ points has kind of juiced itself out a little bit as it's getting close to -250. I know we've all cashed on that all season long, but they're finally catching on. So Donovan Mitchell, 25+ points, 4+ threes. Darius Garland, 6+ assists. Keontae George, 4+ turnovers in that one. Next game up, Spurs 76ers in Philly. Joel Embiid's supposed to play. Victor Wembanyama comes to town. Wembanyama's had, 42 and 30 in his last two games. Going against, what do we got? Protective face mask for Embiid. Maybe he can play a whole game. Maybe he can't. 76ers favored by 5.5 to 6 here. I'll be really honest. The Spurs above 500 right now. I don't know how you don't play the Spurs in this matchup, how you can trust Philly to cover any number. Remember, the Spurs are not 10 and 20. They're actually 2 games above 500. Give us the Spurs plus 1.5 first quarter, 3 first half, 6 for the game. Joel Embiid under 30.5 points. First of all, Joel's going to have to play the whole game to get there. And do we really trust the fact that Joel Embiid could play a whole game? Probably not. Wemby, 24+ points and 30+ points. Embiid under 1.5 threes. And Wemby also for 37+ par. That's points, assists, rebounds combined in that Spurs game there against the 76ers. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time as well. Rockets and Hornets in Charlotte. Will LaMelo Ball actually play if he's not on the injury report like the last game? I don't understand why Charlotte's one of the few teams out there that can get away with not putting a player on the injury report and then not play. I don't get it. We can't even get like a rest game. You can't put that out 3 hours ahead of time. We have to wait until the last 20 minutes. It's getting a little ridiculous, NBA. You need to step in here, help out the sports betting because, that does help support your league and make a little difference there. Rockets favored by 6.5, coming off a back-to-back. They had to expend a lot of energy to get that win in Toronto last night. We're staying away from sides and totals here because of that. Otherwise, we'd love to play Houston, but I definitely can't play Charlotte. No confidence in them at all, besides for Melo. But Jalen Green, 20-plus points. Jalen Green, 25-plus points, 3-plus threes. Melo for 30-plus points. Yes, he does average over 30 a game. It's a bunch of points, trust me. And then Melo for 5-plus turnovers against that Rockets defense. The one thing about that defense, it does travel and it does create turnovers. Now we finally get to the 7:40 Eastern time frame. Nets and the Heat. Who cares about this dumbass game? It'd be the easiest way I can put this. The Heat are no good. The Heat are an average team. They're going to probably finish with around 40, 42 wins. The Nets are god-awful. They were hot there against the number. Then all of a sudden the injury bug, and then they traded Schroeder and yada, yada, yadas, right? Couple player props from this one only. Jimmy Butler, 17-plus points. Ben Simmons, 8-plus assists. Whole whopping 2 plays in that game for us is, you can tell we really not a lot of interest in that game whatsoever. Next game up, 7:40 Eastern time as well. Raptors, Knicks. Knicks favored by 14. Raptors coming off the back-to-back. A loss last night where they should have had that game. They dominated that game for quite a while. I can't trust the Knicks in 14 points against if it was against the Wizards, and the Wizards played 3 nights in a row. So give us just player props in this one. We're going to take, let's see here. Where did we fall off the boat here? Towns, 24-plus points. RJ Barrett, 22-plus points. Barrett, 2-plus threes. Towns, 2-plus threes in that one there. Next game up, we've got Timberwolves, Hawks. Anthony Edwards gets to go back home to Atlanta to show off here. Timberwolves, 3.5-point favorite. Have they not been the most disappointing team so far in the league this year? If not, it's got to be close. A team that was in the Western Conference Finals, barely above 5, I think 1 game above 500 here. After making that trade with Big Cat for Randall, it has not worked out so far. Realistically, for either side, I think that's going to be a trade that goes down that didn't work for either. I mean, at least the Knicks are like 18-10 or something. So they got a little bit better winning percentage than what the T-Wolves have, but both teams nowhere near where they thought they'd be after making that trade. So this game here with the T-Wolves, Ant-Man, 27-plus points, 30-plus points, 4-plus threes, 5-plus threes. Naz Reid, 11-plus points, 2-plus threes. Trae Young, 5-plus turnovers. He is game-time decision. I am well aware of that. If he does play, he should turn the ball over quite a bit. If not, we just got a void ticket, right? All right, next game up. 8:10 Eastern time. The worst team in the league, Wizards, goes and face one of the best teams in the league, the Thunder. Thunder laying 17.5 to 18, depending on what book you're looking at. It is a lot of points, folks. But the Wizards, against this defense, and the Thunder's ability to score against lackluster defense and being at home, should lead to a 30-point victory here. On the player props, I'm just going to say this. If you're taking overs, you better hope they get them early because a lot of the stars are going to be sitting in the fourth. So Thunder -6 first quarter, 11 first half, 17.5 for the game. Jordan Poole under 20.5 points, under 3.5 threes, and 4-plus turnovers. SGA is the only positives we got in this game, 30-plus points, 6-plus assists for the Thunder. I just think a lot of guys are going to be sitting, and hopefully SGA normally sits at the beginning of the fourth anyway, so we're hoping the first and the third quarters for SGA are very points, also points and assists in the boatloads in those areas. Next game up, Clippers and the Grizzlies, 8:10 Eastern time as well. How did the Grizzlies all of a sudden become first of all, they were one of the best defensive teams. Now they're one of the best offensive teams in the league, and they're winning games. Clippers are getting 5.5 on the road in Memphis. I really don't like either team, to be honest with you. Don't like watching the Grizzlies. The Clippers, watching James Harden dribble the ball 5,000 times doesn't do anything for me. But there is a lot of value normally in these Clippers games, as James Harden has been very good to us cash-wise. So Harden for 23-plus points, Norman Powell for 23-plus points, and Powell for 5-plus first quarter points as well. And James Harden, 5-plus turnovers. As that thing does not matter what the number is, he continues to cash over turnovers in every event. Next game up, Bucks and the Bulls. It looks like Lillard's probably out again. We got Giannis' game time decision. By the way, Giannis' point totals are like 33.5. I understand the Bulls suck, and I understand he's averaging 32 plus a game. But come on, 33? I mean, his upside is maybe he can get to 40. So a lot of times, I understand a lot of players want to play the stars. I understand that one. But if you're playing Giannis tonight, the only way to really play him on points is under. Just because if he has an off-shooting quarter, it is going to be hard for him to get to that 33 number all day long. So in this game here, we have Zach LaVine for the Bulls, 20-plus points, 3+ threes. Giannis, 4+ turnovers. Giannis, under 52.5 par. That's a monster number. That's points, assists, rebounds combined. And Giannis for 2+ blocks. Next game up, Mavericks, Trailblazers, and another snooze fest of the night. Trailblazers on the road, getting 11. Don't think it's enough there either. 229.5 total this game at 8:40 Eastern time in Dallas. We like the Mavs in this one. We grabbed it at 10.5. Some books are, like I said, already at 11. Mavs minus 3.5 first quarter, 5.5 first half, 10.5 for the game. Clay, 15+ points. Jeremiah Grant for the Blazers, 14+ points. Luka, 4+ turnovers, because he does that against the worst defensive teams, right? Next game up, Suns, Nuggets, as we get into the 10-10 Eastern games. Suns still no Devin Booker going into this one, going into Denver. So this is the first game of the back-to-backs. This game's in Denver, Christmas. It's in Phoenix. Denver laying 4.5, 232 total in this one. Like I said, no book. We're going to take our chances here with the Nuggets. We like this one. I think they cover this game, 7 to 8 points at least. On this one, Nuggets minus 1 first quarter, 2 first half, 4.5 for the game. Jokic, 30+ points. Durant under 31.5 points. That is a boatload, especially shooting up there up north in the way up in the sky playing in Denver. Durant under 7.5 points first quarter. Durant under 2.5 threes. Durant 4+ turnovers. Next game up, as we're down to the last two of the night, Pacers, Warriors. So Pacers come off a nice win on that one. Now they're 5.5 point dogs playing on back-to-back nights here against the Warriors. 229 total. Warriors got a little bit of rest in this one, and we definitely like the Warriors here at home. I don't think the Pacers are going to win back-to-back games on the road. So Warriors minus 1.5 first quarter, 3 first half, 5.5 for the game. Curry, 25+ points, 5+ threes, under 2.5 turnovers. Draymond Green, over 12.5 plus rebounds plus assists combined. And last game of the night, Pistons, Lakers. Lakers at home, where they do play extremely well, taking on the Pistons. Pistons just come off a road win against Phoenix. Do we really think the Pistons are getting back-to-back wins on the road? No, we don't either. Although I will say this, Cade Cunningham's really turned into monster point guard. I wish he would score a little bit more, but 25 a game I think is where, if he can get to 25 and 10, I think that's really where he becomes a superstar in most people's minds. The 22, 23, and 10, it's still a couple points shy. I just think he needs to take a couple more shots, be a little bit more aggressive, but especially from three-ball land, because he can make some threes. Sometimes he's just a little hesitant too. But in this game, we do like the Lakers. Like I said, we don't like the Pistons to get 2 games in a row on the road. So Lakers minus 1.5 first quarter, 3 first half, 5.5 for the game. LeBron, 24+ points. Cade Cunningham under 2.5 threes. LeBron, 1+ block. Cade Cunningham, 4+ turnovers. And LeBron, triple-double, was plus 800 on FanDuel this morning. Probably well worth it in that one as well. So there should be a lot of rebounds and assists opportunity going against the Pistons. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at all those bets? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots online. TikTok, YouTube channel pages as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It is a link to our Google Sheets, docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. All you have to do is click, once you click on that link, go to the Basketball 2024-2025 tab. Scroll down to December 23rd. You'll be able to see all the bets, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what book we placed them at as well. So check that out when you get some time. Do you like the content that you're seeing here and want to see some more? We'd love to have you along for the ride. All you need to do is hit follow or subscribe, depending on the social media platform you're watching us on, and we'll show up in your follow or subscriptions tab, or make life easy for yourself. And just turn on the notifications for that social media platform, and you'll get a notification sent to your phone or device every time we drop a new episode like this one here. Also, private Discord channel available for everybody out there. Subscribe to us through TikTok at Sports Bets for free. Yes, it is a few bucks per month, but you do get the bets before the betting public, so you can get ahead of the line moves, juice moves, all that kind of fun stuff. So you're going to save some money, make some money, help get some betting strategies as well, and get a lot of help from everybody inside the Discord on what you're trying to accomplish as well. So make sure you sign up. Like I said, subscribe through TikTok. Once you do that, we'll send you the link or the invite to the Discord channel. and then you can get everything up. You'll get everything before everyone else does on there as well to help you be the most successful sports wager you can be. Also, promo bonus bets from our partners to you to give away. Almost every state out there, we either have online casinos, sports books, fantasy sites, whichever it may be. We've got those all over the place. You're also going to find that link on our TikTok and YouTube channel pages at Sports Bets for Free. The website address is bit.ly/sportsbetsforfree-bh. Click on that link. It'll automatically default to the state that you're in and show you all the available options that we have for you as well. Might as well take advantage of their money rather than your money. We do appreciate everybody's support as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.